Are you asleep? What is that? Oh, fuck. It's a bird. This season is by far one of the most challenging seasons I've ever been in my entire life. Thank you for those of you, my Facebook followers, for messaging me, my soul tribe. Thank y'all for checking on me. I'm kind of in a space of isolation right now. Just trying to process through things and get clarity and answers for how to move. I have always attracted and chosen broken people as friends, partners, business partners, associates. And each time it never fails. I always have ended up with the shorter end of the stick. I've always ended up in situations where I was severely hurt, or gone through some traumatic situation by aligning myself with these individuals. And I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I'm making this video for women that are like me, healers, true women that have the gift of healing, empathic women, sensitive women, highly sensitive women, women that have that power within us to heal and restore. Sisters, please listen to me. You have to be very, very, very careful with the partners you choose, because a lot of times those of us with that healing power and that empathic abilities, we tend to choose broken men, severely broken men, and then we end up traumatized. We end up in situations like the one I'm in now. I believe in authenticity and I believe in transparency. That's just what I believe in. That's what I built my business and my brand around. I'm not the perfect coach. I'm the authentic coach. I'm the real coach. And I just believe that those of us that do have the gift of healing, ultimately life is the thing that teaches us and activates our gift of healing. Like the situations and things that we go through, it stirs up this power within us to help others through their situations. So I'm sharing this to really, really be an encouragement. I have a 14-month-old. I'm 7 months pregnant, due in December, and I'm currently going through a marital separation. I am currently recovering from severe emotional and mental abuse. Yes, me, the spiritual healer coach, the one that's teaching women how to attract kings and gods, the one that pushes for marriage and for our community to restore itself through family. Yep. I am in the middle of a big mess. And I honestly would not wish this season that I'm in on anybody. I wouldn't wish this on any woman, on any sister. I wouldn't want this for anybody. When I say this is the worst feeling and experience that a woman can go through, it's like the worst. You know, pregnancy is such a sensitive time. It's such a powerful time, but it's extremely sensitive. And to be going through a separation due to verbal and emotional abuse, like it's bad. Like I was admitted into the hospital. My baby stopped moving. I started passing clots. I was like so stressed out, like so stressed. I haven't had a panic attack in years. Like, you know, I really hit work on myself, you know, to avoid, you know, anxiety and things like that. And I do exercises and have tools and things to prevent that. Man, I was having the worst anxiety. And we just like did a marriage retreat. We just hosted a marriage retreat in May. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I am currently in therapy, and I'm so freaking thankful. It's crazy because I actually been wanting to go to therapy. I was like, I'm going to take a break from sessions and just do therapy because I believe therapists need therapy, you know, just from all of the pouring and services and the things that we do for others, you know, and the stories that I've heard and just taking on all that just trauma and I was like, I need to talk with someone. So life kind of manifested it to happen in this way. But I'm in recovery. But I'm sharing this because, you know, I never would have imagined this being me. Like me being in this situation. Like I'm currently a single mother. Pretty much. I'm currently like a baby mama. Okay? And I never would have imagined this for myself. Ever. Like I come from marriage. Like my grandparents were married 68 years. My parents have been married all my life. My aunts and uncles. Like all I know is marriage, you know? And you can really have the intention of creating a family and being a great wife to a man and loving him and having children and creating a life and building wealth. You can truly have those intentions and it just not be that way. Like it just not happen like that. You know, I did a video on marriage a couple of weeks ago on my Facebook and it got a few thousand views. And, you know, I just kept saying, like, y'all, and this is so real, man. Like, marriage is literally an initiation into self-mastery. It really is. It requires healing. It requires both individuals to be active participants of their healing. And I've been saying, like, we're in this shift. We are in the middle of a real shift. And a lot of chosen ones are experiencing shifts within our relationships and things. You know, and really the main reason is because we may be the ones being active in our healing, being active in the self-work, but the people we're aligned with aren't. You know, some people are truly stuck. You know, some people are stuck at the age they were when their trauma was introduced. And, you know, what happens is trauma breeds more trauma. Just like hurt people. Trauma breeds more trauma. And going back to sisters that are empathic, that have gift of healing, we have to be so mindful and careful of the partners that we choose, okay? because, like, seriously, when I say, like, it's real, like, we really do, for some reason, attract broken ass people. Like, we do. We really do. You know, I'm a very self-reflective person, and I'm really introspective. I've been through a divorce before, and it was the same thing. It was an abusive relationship, you know. Got to the point where we were, like, physically, like, that I had to physically, like, fight off of me, like, literally. So the fact that I'm back in this situation with a totally different person, not physical or whatever, but the emotional and the verbal and the mental just abuse and the roller coaster, the up and down of just, it's we just the craziness, the roller coaster ride. It's my sign that there's something that I'm doing wrong. Like, I have got to stop choosing people, partners, friendships, relationships, and choosing to engage to the point of building a life with people that are severely broken and traumatized. Like, I can't do it, because this is what happens. But back to, you know, marriage and relationships and what it requires. Like, where we are in this shift, y'all, it's requiring us to seriously, like, heal. One, because and that's the main thing, the divine feminine. We're going from patriarchy to matriarchy, so the divine feminine is being activated on the planet, and the divine feminine works with the heart. It's the heart. So we're having to heal, like, seriously heal. We're also in the middle of a cosmic shift, and the earth is literally, like, splitting itself, and there's those that are going to be in a new earth. Some already are, and there's those that are still in the vibration of the old earth. And what's happened is that some of us have made connections. Those of us that are wanting to align with the vibration of the new earth, we've made connections with people that are still on the vibration of the old earth. So the split is manifesting itself within our relationships and things, but it mainly goes back to a lack of healing. A lack of inner work. Your marriages, your relationships, your friendships, your partnerships, business partner, all of it, it's not going to work unless everyone involved are active participants of their healing. And, you know, with where I'm at, that's what's manifested. You know, I'm not gonna share my husband's issues or anything like that online. I would never. But a lot of our men deal with PTSD, y'all. A lot of them have PTSD. A lot of them have severe emotional, like, traumas that they have never dealt with a lot. And this is why so many of our women and children end up in the situations we're in, you know, single mothers, baby mama situations, you know, unmarried, unwed. It's because of a lot of the issues that our men carry, and it carries over into the relationships. You know, PTSD, severe emotional, like, problems. You know, can't really communicate without blowing up or having, like, anger, so much anger issues. And it literally makes it impossible for a woman, especially as a mother. It makes it impossible for her to even stay with that man because it's a volatile environment. But I always hold our women accountable too, because we give birth to the boys who later become men. And I'm telling you, like, we just have to do a better job of who we co-procreate with. We have to do a better job of the partners we choose. And it's hard within our community because there's just so much trauma within our people. It's so much trauma that we're not working on. Like, it should be a requirement. At this point, it should be a requirement for Black people to get therapy. Like, y'all want reparations and shit. What the fuck is that? Everybody's talking about chasing the bag, getting the bag, getting the bag. It's the season of the bag. Like, no, like, what's the point of having all this wealth and money if you're fucked up? If you're emotionally and mentally damaged? Like, our people need therapy. We will never have sustainable relationships, and our children will suffer. Our children will suffer. Our children will suffer if we don't get help. If we don't heal. Like, we need healing. We need healing. Like, Harmony, thank God she's a baby and she, you know, she won't remember, but I teach on the subconscious mind. She's been exposed to so much. She's seen her mother get yelled at, cussed at, like, so much. That she doesn't deserve that. She doesn't. She doesn't deserve it. Like, our children, the generations after us, deserve so much better. Seriously, like, it's just, man, like, and it's crazy, man. Like, I think a lot. Like, I went through so much. I literally healed myself. I literally healed my womb so that I could gift my husband with the gift of another child. When we first got together, that was the main thing he wanted. I want another baby. I want to start over with a child. And I wanted a baby. You know, and I had all these issues and things, and I literally healed myself and did so much work to have these children and to get to where I am. And then for this, I'm separated, I'm pregnant, so much stress, so much emotional stress. Like, yeah, these are the records from the hospital I had to go to. Like, y'all, it's telling you, man, these last 2 weeks, the shit that I've been through, like, and it's crazy that out of all people, this is where I'm at. But, you know, I take responsibility. Like I said, empathic sisters, those of you with those healing gifts, you gotta be wise with who you choose as life partners. Like, seriously, we gotta be wise with who we choose as friends. We gotta be wise with who we choose as people that we're going to procreate with, because we really do attract broken people, like, seriously. And there's something in us that chooses them because of the healer within us. It's like this, it's like wanting to take on this assignment. Let me fix you, you know, let me save you, let me rescue you. And we just have to let that go. We have to let it go. We can no longer, like, no. And the signs will be there. Like, you know, women be saying, I didn't know this, that he was like this. Listen, one thing that I've been coming to terms with, especially in therapy, and I've just had to accept, I knew before I got married. I knew before I had children with him. I knew. You know, that's another thing I want to really encourage our sisters to really begin to do. Like, you got to do track records on these men, like, for real. Okay? And we got to stop creating in our minds these illusions that, well, because it happened to these women, it won't happen to me. Like, it doesn't matter, sis. It doesn't matter. You can be I'm a whole goddess in real ass life, and I'm in this situation. Like, a real healer, like, literally, it performed miracles, like, a whole goddess, and I'm in this situation. You know, it doesn't matter, like, it doesn't matter if because this is the thing, It's not about the women, it's about the man, it's about him. He is who he is, and he's not going to change. You're not going to change him. You will not change him. You will not rescue him. You will not save him. You won't. Unless he wants to change himself. He has to save himself. He has to rescue himself. And if he doesn't align with that, then it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It doesn't matter how good of a woman you are. It does not matter. It doesn't matter, sis. Do not create that illusion for yourself that you're going to be different and things will be different for you. No, it won't. No, it will not. No, it will not. You know, look at his track record. If he has multiple mothers of his children and none of the relationships have worked out with them, and I'm not just talking about like one other mother of his child, like I'm talking like 2 or 3 other mothers of his children, and none of the relationships worked out, or they were split up, or he's been married multiple times and can't, for some reason, just can't sustain relationships, that's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag, man. And that's an indicator that there's something wrong. You know, we have to really just look at these things and accept these things and acknowledge them and accept it for what it is and take heed. Take heed. So I'm learning huge lessons right now. You know, I'm going through a complete death and rebirth. You know, like I said, I'm currently separated. I'm not in my home. Thank God. I'm every day I'm finding the beauty in this season and the things to be grateful for. I'm so thankful for my family. I'm so thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my grandmother. I'm staying with her right now, and really it's kind of like I need to be there because she's not well. She hasn't been well, and me and Harmony there, she's really changing. Like she's becoming better. You know, my dad, he took me and Harmony with my mom to Houston and got us a room, a beautiful hotel room, and I just got to just rest. You know, it's really been some beautiful moments in this crazy time. But you know, those of you that have ordered, you're waiting on your snapback orders, and that's a whole nother story too. Ooh-wee. I have literally just been through the ringer since April, May. Oh my God. Since like Aries season, going into Taurus season. It's been like, oh my, I have just been like squeezed, like just, life has just been squeezing me. But I don't have any access to my store or anything right now. And really, you probably wouldn't want a product from me right now. Because, you know, y'all know I do energy exchange with my products, with my sessions, with everything. And I'm just not energetically in the space to do anything right now. Literally. I'm really supposed to be on mild to moderate bed rest. But, you know. But yeah. I will come back from this, though. I always bounce back. Always. And the comeback is always like a 10 million times better than the setback. Like always. I always come back. And when I do, everything's just going to be heightened. Everything is. I just know it. I know it. I know that I am literally coming into something huge. Huge. Bigger than what I could even imagine for myself. Like, I just know. That's been the thing that's been carrying me through this, is the fact that the stuff I've been scripting, the work that I've been doing, the seeds that I have planted, like, this is just the storm and the water and the rain that's having to nourish that seed. It's about to just sprout up from that dirt and just bloom. Like, I know it. And I believe God, the Most High, life is having to separate. because everybody can't go with you into your promised land. Like, and that's real, y'all. Like, that's real talk. Like, everyone plays a role and they serve a purpose for a certain season. But some people just aren't, they're not meant to go with you into your destiny. They may be there along the way, but they're not meant to go with you into your destiny. Okay? And sometimes there have to be separations and splits and things prior to the breakthrough, because they're not meant to go with you. But I will be back. And I'm so thankful for y'all. I'm thankful for my supporters. I'm thankful for my soul tribe.